here for UCLA is our server, number 12 in blue, Sean Kelly. A quick side out, Trent Mosier with the first kill, and that puts him at 300 kills on the year. It was 299 coming in, and a first kill and a side out right out of the gates. Bruins have won the last 7 meetings against the Cougars. Andrew Rowan goes right to Sean Kelly, and he blasts it off the block and out. Taking flight from long range, Sean Kelly is top 10 in the nation in attack percentage at .406 on the year. Here's Christopher Hirsch. Serves middle back to Fife. Taking out the defense of David Decker in zone 1. A kill for the Cougars. A team that is 9-5 on the road, trying to get into the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2021. Zach Rama, a seismic effect that one had as it ruptured the surface with such power with that electrifying arm swing. Rama leads his team in kills per set at 3.64 per frame. 49 aces on the season for Andrew Rowan. That's the first one of the night. Puts him at 3rd best in the nation. 49 on the year. When these two teams played on Thursday, it was 4 lopsided sets. Not one of the 4 sets were close. The one set that the Cougars won was in the second set. They took it 25-17. Rama is 2 for 2 as he scales over the block. The 6'8" outside senior from Phoenix, Arizona. Rama taking flight slightly off kilter as Rowan was trying to set up his man in the back court in an out-of-system situation. All tied up at 4. Oldani overhits his service attempt. Team leader in kills on the year is Oldani, also from Phoenix, Arizona. He has over 300 kills on the campaign, 307 to be exact. Cam Thorne getting ready to serve, one of the 6 seniors for the Bruins, number 1 in blue, 2-time ABC first team All-American. Off the big block touch, it's Fife handling the first touch. That's a big-time blast for Trevor Herget, the 6'3" outside. The freshman from Darien, Connecticut. His older brother is the setter extraordinaire for this Cougars team. Herget, 4 of 10 on Thursday. 3 hitting errors against UCLA. David Decker got it from Rowan. Oldani tools it off the 2-person block of Sean Kelly at 6'7" and Christopher Hirsch at 6'9". They get the D ball going for Oldani. We had 14 putdowns on Thursday, a team best. Second service error for BYU. The Bruins have won. David Decker, 50 aces on the year. His serve can go north of 70 miles per hour. An out-of-system set. Scrambling was Herget, and he finds Trent Mosier, who's got 2 kills in this first set. He's hitting .330 on the campaign. Cougars have a lead, and they're out killing the Bruins 5-3. Gavin Chambers steps in to serve. A bump set for Sean Kelly. Cross body, innovative and creative for the sophomore from Manhattan Beach. Shout out to Chris Conley picking up the second contact, the libero. Played his first 3 years of college volleyball at Long Beach State. A blazing serve for Sean Kelly, number 31 on the season. Bruins on the year are 1.97 aces per set they are averaging, which is 4th best in the nation. To Mosier, who scores again, set up by Tyler Herget, the reigning MPSF Offensive Player of the Week. 5th in the nation in assists per set at 10.28 coming into tonight. Christopher Hirsch got a quick set to hammer away at. Well controlled in center back by Chris Conley. A little dink into zone 4. Well done, finding an acute angle to bring up the 9th tie of this opening set. That was Mosier converting again, and he's back to serve. GCU transfer, senior from Gilbert, Arizona. Kelly retrieves the serve from Mosier, and then using the left hand was Zach Rama. Through the net, and a point going against BYU. Four lead changes. Make that 3 so far. Rowan has 2 service errors. He does have an ace, the only ace. Make it 1 of 2 aces that the Bruins have. The only other one was courtesy of Sean Kelly. And Jay Cottle in his service motion. Looping it long, the middle, the native of Provo, Utah. Who went air free 6 of 12. Hit .500 on Thursday against the Bruins. Ramo attacks Fife with the serve. Oldaney. Sharp in the cross court. A touch from Decker, preceded by a touch from Moran. And we are playing a very tight opening set. This was nothing like we saw on Thursday when we had 4 lopsided sets. Double contact called after the hesitation mid-flight from Cam Thorne as he ended up going with 2 hands over. 4 lead changes now. Kelly, undeterred, blasting it off the block of Chambers. And Herget Out of system off the serve from Thorne. Over on 2 in the pancake try to no avail for Fife, Jackson Fife, who is top 10 all-time in Cougars history in number of digs. Former walk-on from Las Vegas, lead back to the home team. A back set for David Decker, and one of the 6 seniors strikes out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. 6'9" opposite. 3-0 scoring run for the Bruins. Bruins' only loss coming earlier this month in Malibu at Pepperdine. The Bruins had 27 service errors, and they had 6 more hitting errors against their opponent in what was a 5-setter. Right through Oldaney, along with Trevor Herget, the lefty. Winds up and delivers again. David Decker has top 6 in the land. That one breakthrough win was last week, a 4-set win at home against number 4 USC. Here's David Decker at the service line. A high ball to Oldaney from Herget. Those two in synergy for the score. No return in sight. Ian Little will check in for the first time, number 14 in white for the Cougars, playing his 35th set here on the year. Had not played in the last 3 contests for the Cougars. Kelly is 4 for 4 off an 8th assist from Andrew Rowan, who leads the nation in assists per frame at 11.54. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. That was a block. My apologies on that. So take the point away from UCLA and give it to the Cougars. And now the lead returns to UCLA off the 4th BYU service error of the night. Sean Kelly at the line, top point scorer on the team. Letting loose on a serve that is tailing off the court. Had 16 kills on Thursday, did Kelly. Hit a balmy 462. Herget lines up with a serve. Christopher Hirsch got a quick attack off a 31 ball. He wants a challenge. It looks like we're going to see one. Initially, there was no touch detected and the ball was ruled out. They are going to challenge to see whether or not there was anything that could have altered the initial ruling on the call. But right now, it is ruled an attacking error. It shouldn't take too long to make a determination on this one. So the Bruins end up using a challenge to their advantage as they get things to get turned around. That's Coach Olmstead for BYU. Sean Olmstead has been the head coach for Cougars since 2015. Turning some incredible defense into explosive offense. Zach Rama lays into one. 18 serving 16. Oldaney will not be dug on his 4th swing. He's got a 4th kill, and he has 311 kills on the year. Mosier fires away. Off the combo play, they deny Zach Rama. Number 7, A.J. Cottle up there with number 16, Connor Oldaney, as they summon the stop, collaborating on the rejection. Tied for a 15th time in this opener. 1-up from Fife, but nobody handling the second contact. Taking away one incredible save from Fife. But there was indecision on who was going to get that second contact. Five now, counted 5 service errors collectively for UCLA. 3 of them from Andrew Rowan. And 1 of 4 Californians checking in now for BYU. Number 24 in white, Cole Hauser, San Diego native. 6'3" senior. Pitter-pattered around, and we play on. A great sequence for the Cougars in defense. But a wrist away from Zach Rama. Inside out, is that ruled in? Coach Olmstead is having a word with the officials. The initial ruling is that it is a kill for Zach Rama. That's how we're anticipating things. But I think we're going to see a challenge. So they're going to challenge to see whether or not UCLA touched the net there. Second challenge of this opening set. Bruins used one a few points ago. They used it to their advantage. They were able to overturn the call. And here's the first one used by the Cougars. Last week for BYU, they split 2 matches at home against number 4 USC. 1 of 4 setter, also lost a 5-setter. And 2 successful challenges, 1 used each by either team. And that has the Cougars on the front side of the scoreboard, 20 serving 19, off a 6 lead change. Hauser bringing the firepower. Finding the service line and finding the line. 21-19 on the shoulders of some good serving here from Cole Hauser, who had an ace to make it 21-19, forcing the Bruin timeout. Back-to-back aces for a team that is averaging 1.5 aces per frame, 20th best in the nation. 4 straight points, 1 for BYU. And you could hear just the sound of the palm and how it struck the ball, hit it a bit fat there, not on the sweet spot. A.J. Cottle. I think that Gavin Chambers has checked back in, number 17 in white. Oldaney takes on the block and wins out. And that 2v1 with Kelly and Thorne up there contesting. Bruins at one point are up 18-16. A fast set off a back set. Rowan linking up with Cam Thorne. Grayson Bradford seeing the floor for the first time. Freshman 6'10". Coach John Hawks of UCLA calls him the hardest working guy on the team. Went for a lot of risk there, and it did not pan out for the Bruins as they give 4 set points to the visitors of BYU, who haven't won a match against UCLA since 2018. Decker is denied. They threw 3 blockers up there. And what a finish to close out the opening set for BYU. 21-19 in front. It's been a busy day on campus here with UCLA. Baseball, softball games going on as well. We'll have an update on all of that. But there's some serious implications on the line here with this matchup, because if UCLA wins tonight, they would then ensure the top place seeding-wise in next week's MPSF tournament, which would be hosted by BYU. BYU trying to up their placement in the seeding, excuse me, as that is a serve and an error from Herget to start off the second set. "50 aces on the air, 2 tonight for Andrew Rowan. After 3 on Thursday against BYU, he's got a total of 5 against him over 2 matches spanned. Into the net against UCLA off the A.J. Cottle swing that was dug up in zone 6 by Sean Kelly. Trent Mosher getting ready to serve. A perfect 4 for 4 hitting-wise in the opening set. Denied. Cam Thorne is 1 for 4 now, struggling to get his offense going as the block rears itself once again against UCLA. Options available for the Bruins, and it's Zakarama, the safety valve on the outside. Off a 13th helper, Rama cashes in on a 5th kill on a 7th attempt. 3-2 UCLA. The cover was there, courtesy of Mosher. A second swing, Trevor Herget, the freshman, misses on a line swing. Had 3 hitting errors on Thursday against UCLA and had 1 right there against the Bruins. Rama, sizzling serve. A fastball that is not going to be coming back. The service pressure favoring BYU late in the first set helped them close out the first, and that sent a message because the Bruins have been the more aggressive serving team to start the second set. As Rama lets one get away there. By the way, we do have an update. UCLA softball finishing up a game against Cal with a 9-1 win for the Bruins against the Cal Bears. Cottle will run it down off the court, and there goes a free ball hopelessly over. Pulverizing that one off a middle attack. A second kill for Cam Thorne, the 6'4" senior, number 1 in blue out of Hollywood, Florida. Herget will go to Oldaney. He wants a touch against that Bruin block, and he's going to get one. Oldaney transferred over from Grand Canyon University. Team leader in aces on the year with 25 as he gets ready to serve. Decker. 3 of 5, hitting .400. Tees one up. Incredible stuff from the service line, bringing the heat collectively. It's been a collaborative effort for UCLA. A total of 5 aces in the match, 3 of those coming in the early goings of this second set. When you look at the numbers for UCLA, they have ramped up their ace numbers this back half of the season, and they come in back-to-back matches, double-digit number of aces, which they had never done in back-to-back matches all season long previously. Rowan is just showing off on senior night with a little dink flip behind the head and dropping it in snugly for the score. Zaney gets teed up by Herget, and that one blasting off the defense of Chris Conley, who's averaging 1.85 digs per set. That one certainly not going to be dug. Conley tracks down the chamber serve. A touch and an up from Muldaney, and we get to play on. Second kill for Andrew Rowan, 33 on the year, and both of them coming in set 2. Christopher Hirsch to send one across. We had 16 ties and 6 lead changes in the first frame. Bruins have never trailed in the second set. Here's Tyler Herget forcing the overplay. And it's brother Trevor who then works it to the right side, and the Bruins stand tall. Bruins never led by more than 2 points in the first set. They've got a 4-point lead here. Muldaney will get the kill, but you've got to hand it to that first touch and how well controlled it was by the Cougars to allow themselves off the speedy serve to have all attacking options available. Rowan off for Rama. Muldaney squares up and beats the block of Rama and Thorne. Bruins are getting outblocked tonight, 4-1. Sean Kelly misses as he takes a swing from long range. And Cam Thorne had to handle the first touch there as the middle. Coach John Hawks seeing a 3-point playing volleyball at BYU, then transferred to GCU only to come back to Provo. Cam Thorne got a big piece of the tape, but still managed to negotiate that one down and avoid a second tie in this second set. Almost getting a little too cute there with the serve in terms of what Rama was trying to accomplish there. Here's Cottle, A.J. Cottle. Losing control of that one as they trade overstruck service errors. Rama running it down in zone 5 to Thorne. They want more touches. Either way, Bruins will take the point. Christopher Hirsch steps right in front of that shot with Decker riding shotgun. There was a lot of chaos that unfolded there. Got to hand it, though, to Rama, the way he was able to track that one down. And left back. Old Daney, a one-handed save for Rama. Out for Kelly. Got it to go, and he went right over and pointed his finger at Rama and said, thank you very much, because Rama made that ball. The Bruins hold the tiebreaker. If they do win tonight to close out the regular season, they would hold that top seed in next week's MPSF tournament. Trevor Herget, the freshman, is dug by a senior in Rama. David Decker injects himself in the point by jumping right in front of that shot and sending it back furiously. 4 straight points for the Bruins, and 2 of their 3 blocks have come in this second set. Herget is denied. Back-to-back. Spearheading things that time, protecting the pin is Hirsch and Kim Thorne serving it short. Dropping it in, and Milan Zarkovic celebrating and then doing the flex. The assistant coach, he called it, and it worked out well. Then taps his chest to say, I have your back. I knew exactly where to place that serve. He told Thorne to go there, and it worked. Old Daney winds up against 3 blockers. No touch. 6 hitting errors in this second set for BYU. They went the first set with not a single hitting error. BYU and all 6 of them coming in this second frame. Old Daney and Rama fields it in the backcourt. Fife the touch, and then running out of room, and that is just checking in, is number 10 in white, Tennyson Lighthall, who has not played since April 3rd against Vanguard, so he gets some opportunity here in the second set. A big-time blast for Gavin Chambers off the set and the feed from Tyler Herget. Herget transferring over from Penn State. Number 6 all-time in assists in BYU history, and that's an unofficial assist to the Bruins in that they gift a point by way of the service error. 8-1 run for UCLA. Rama is playing some savvy defense tonight in the backcourt. Kelly looking for high hands. None seen as he aimed one off the top of the block. Enough seen there by Bruins head coach John Hawks to warrant a challenge. Both coaches used one challenge each in the first set, and both of them won their challenges. And Okay, so after all of that, nothing will change. That's the first unsuccessful challenge by either team tonight. It will be a Kelly attacking error, which will put a point on the board for BYU. Here's Lighthall. Miscalculating the serve was Lighthall, playing only his 26th set of the year. And BYU playing their 104th set of the season. This one right here, the second one in this part 2 of a doubleheader against UCLA. 21 combined service errors between these two teams. That one from Kelly. Hauser will jump back in. He was the story in the first set, had 2 aces late, and it was that service pressure that allowed BYU to pull out the first set W. Rama pulls up with some theatrics there. A soft little shot, short and shallow, to bring the Bruins to within 2 of closing out set 2. Acer for Tyler Herget, his 22nd of the year. That is now the most he's had in a single collegiate season, breaking his previous record of 21. David Decker avoids the block and found a snazzy angle to contribute. Opens up set points as the Bruins try to equalize. Andrew Owen serving has 18 assists on the night. A.J. Cottle brings out the sledgehammer. And that is not something you see very frequently against Rowan as a first ball side out. Trent Moser up to hit. A service error will lead to the second set demise of BYU as the Bruins respond. Service pressure certainly favored BYU late in the first set, and the Bruins had some aces early in the second and used that to their benefit, as it is 1 set each. Christopher Hirsch will look to put this one into play. One of 6 seniors for the Bruins honored today on senior night. Takes it at Hauser, who will get the start in the third set. Second contact flies over. That's Mosier, who thought he had a kill, misses on the cross body attempt. His second hitting error. Bruins never trailed in the second set, but there were 16 ties in the first, and there were no hitting errors by BYU in the first. Tyler Herget scrambling. Mosier makes up for it. He had the very first kill of the match, which put him at 300 on the season. And with that one going for him, he is now 5 of 8 tonight, hitting .375. Cross-court set for Rama. Trying to shoot that one deep. He does lead his team in kills, not one coming there, but 6 kills for Rama. One more than Sean Kelly. Tyler Herget back at the line. Zach Rama goes inside out off of Sean Kelly, making a smooth and well-controlled first touch. 7 of 13 goes Zach Rama. Here is number 7, Rowan. A jackhammer of a finish after Tyler Herget got pulled off the court and leave it to Mosier, who's been active offensively. He has a few kills to start this third set. Fife, a high ball, and Connolly makes a contorted effort to pick it up. Options for Herget in transition to Hauser. He is charged up after he blasts one off the block as he swoops in for a 4-2 Cougar lead. Right into the net for Mosier. Rama 7 of 13, hitting .308. 6 digs. That has been one of the underrated storylines, is how well he has been defensively. This one is not coming back, and Rama pencils in an ace. His second of the night. Seven total for the Bruins. Teed up for Hauser. Rama into the teeth of a 3-person block. And up the middle there, making the most noise, A.J. Cottle, the 6'8" middle, the freshman. Shutting down things in the middle. Float serve goes to Rama from Cottle. He's been quiet offensively, hoping that changes. That certainly is what the Bruin fans would like to see. Cam Thorne scores for the 4th time on his 7th attempt. Off the overpass, easy pickings for the Bruins. Serving short was Cam Thorne. That's a kill off a first ball side out for Gavin Chambers. 6'9" middle from Corona, California. BYU has 4 Californians on their roster. Had 4 kills on 8 swings on Thursday. Here's Oldaney. Hirsch goes off the hand of Oldaney. Side out game for both teams, strong here in this third. Six ties after that service there in this third set. Had only 1 tie in the second, had 16 in the first. Hirsch got it from Rowan, and those two in synergy for the score. A D-ball and a savvy block touch for the Bruins. Christopher Hirsch, one-handed, throws it down and scores after he played a big part in that block touch that slowed down the attack and allowed the Bruins to get back on system. Kelly serves to Mosier. What anticipation from Decker on the on-two ball. High ball for Mosier. Rama the dig. Fife got underneath that one. Mosier bludgeons one off the block. Problem solving at its finest after great first touch pickups from Fife along with Rama mid-rally. A misconnection from Rowan, looking Rama's way as he is burdened with his 5th hitting error. He has 5 of the team's 11 attack errors. Only 3 total for the Bruins in the 3rd set. Conley there to handle the cover. Mosier is denied. Andrew Rowan, his 3rd block solo of the season. One-on-one, he takes out Mosier. Out of system high balls, a lot of them coming into that left side of the attack from Mosier as that one waterfalls to the floor. Herget lines up with the serve. Over on 2 from Rowan. Mosier went quick. Misfires on the line swing. It just seems like every opportunity, so many times they have gone to Mosier. Especially in out-of-system situations. There they go to the middle this time. Cam Thorne puts that one back on the Cougar side. A.J. Cottle got stymied there. Six total blocks for UCLA. That's one more than the Cougars have. Fife out for O'Daney. Terminating off the block, and it's Fife. Cannot say enough good things about the assertiveness and instincts of Jackson Fife to keep that point afloat for BYU. Kelly letting loose from long range. It's been a rather quiet night for Kelly. He does have 7 kills. That is a team most, tied with the serving Rowan. But considering Kelly had 16 kills on Thursday. Combo attack, O'Daney looking for hands, none seen after Cottle jumped as the decoy. And Coach Olmstead is looking to challenge. Playoff picture, which is exciting because there will be 12 teams in the NCAA tournament this year. Coach Hawks telling me earlier in the year that he wishes it was 16, but an expansion to 12 is a good start. And certainly these are two teams that are very deserving, UCLA and BYU, being two of those 12 teams. Rama. The Bruins have been averaging about 6 service errors per set tonight. Daney lost it after Tyler Herget made a great play on the ball as the setter stepping in, and who had one against Mosier. That's back-to-back matches. Rowan has had a solo stuff. Not gonna be stuff that time, as it is bashed off the block and a kill for Gavin Chambers, who's hitting .410 on the year. David Decker using the full width of the court, misses marginally. He was blocked that final point of the first set, a triple block and a stuff that allowed BYU to take the first frame. It's been a really promising start for Christopher Hirsch, only his 4th start of the year, but as a senior, getting some extra playing time, stepping in here for Micah Wong Diallo, the usual middle starter, who's a junior. John Kelly has an answer on the left side. With one ace, will look to serve it away. Takes it at Fife, and the bench clears for Hauser. A 31 ball is picked up diving style by Oldaney. Hauser a tight one. A mess up front for Rowan, who smiles it off, but it was some tenacious play atop the twine for Cole Hauser, the San Diego native. Back to Hirsch they go. But E-ball was there and converted on by Oldaney, who is the only Cougar double-digit number of kills. That puts him at 11. That paces all in the match. Off of Mosier and over. Cougars were caught up in the net, so the point belongs to the home team. Nine kills for Kelly, hitting .400. Mosier catches a piece of that Bruin block, and he is closing in on Oldaney for most kills on the team in the match with 9 now. As Ian Little will check in. Number 14 in white. That's Rama loading up for an out-of-system swing. He misses, and it's our first tie since 10-all in the third frame. The lead returning to the Bruins. As Cam Thorne checks back in, Chris Conley will get a breather. Seven of 9 air free. What a night for our server, Christopher Hirsch, along with those 3 blocks. but loses control of that serve. 15 service errors for the Bruins. Rowan, a jump set, and Rama had it sent back. Cottle and O'Daney team up for the riveting rejection. That is this. And serving here is Tyler Herget, current NPSF Offensive Player of the Week. Rowan to Thorne. Quick work. And a first ball side out as Thorne thrills out of the middle. Rowan uncorking and going for too much there. Mosier serving 9 of 15, 333, second highest attack percentage in the match for his team. It's Rama who touches it over. A bump set from Fife to O'Daney, and it towers over the Bruin attempt at a BYU looking to go up 2-1 if they can close out this third frame on their terms. They have not won in Westwood since 2014. That's Decker, slightly off target. Shoots it marginally long, missing by a mere few centimeters. Or excuse me, apologies, I must have missed. That was actually in. As is that. That's Rama stepping up in a big way. Performance so far. Takes another strong serve at Mosier. O'Daney loads up, runs into trouble. Kelly collaborating on the stop with Thorne, and that's the Bruins' 7th block in the match, one more than the Cougars have. Three straight for UCLA. We're getting off for Hauser, and he plays with so much fire and emotion. What a live arm he has. For 23 apiece, and the first time we get to see Talon Tufuga in. 6'5" junior serves from Long Beach, California, who hit 0 on 18 tries back on Thursday. Kelly off of Jonathan Tufuga. Pitter-pattered around, and there were too many Cougars in a tight spot, and UCLA has a set point. They've gone on a 4-1 run since being down 22-20. And we're going to see a challenge here of some sort. So BYU is challenging Annette to see if there was one against UCLA. Challenge rescinded in that it didn't work out for BYU. So the score stays as is. 24 serving 23. UCLA aspiring to go up 2-1. Here's Thorne. Hauser got it back. Touches 1 and 3. It's out. And we're going to see a challenge. There's nothing else that BYU could do. They might as well use it. Number 3 in white, Tyler Herget serving to start this fourth set. That's Kelly bearing the ball deep into zone 5 as he captures his 10th point, or excuse me, yeah, his 10th point. 10th kill, that is. First Bruin to get to double-digit number of kills in the match. Bruins are a perfect 6-0 on the year when they play 4 setters. Cam Thorne got it quickly off a 31st dime from Andrew Owen. It's Thorne scoring 4 6 times, 6 kills and 4 blocks for the 2-time ABCA first team All-America selection. Battering that serve long was Rama. He had the only 2 aces in the 3rd set, and those helped lift the Bruins in a big way. Cottle off the tape serves. Lots of open space off that Decker attempt. And he easily cashes in. All 3 of the BYU points in this 4th set have come from Bruin service errors. Muldaney will serve at Kelly. Jumping up at the perfect time is Gavin Chambers, who stops the 31 ball from Christopher Hirsch. Lead for the Cougars. If the Bruins are able to win tonight against the Cougars, UCLA would clinch the 1 seed in next week's MPSF tournament. An abundance of service errors being dealt out by both teams here in the 4th. Rowan looks for Rama, takes out the defense of Muldaney in right back. Rama with his 9th kill. Make that kill number 8. And that gets him out of what was a hitting percentage at 0. Now he's at 0.45. Mosier winds up and delivers for a 6-5 lead off of Herget's 30th assist. That quick set to the middle is getting gobbled up repeatedly as Hirsch has now been denied twice in this 4th frame. Mosier and Cottle credited with that last block. Rama is now 1 kill away from double figures. Hauser bringing the firepower from the back. playing with a lot of ferocity. Is Cole Hauser, Orange Coast College transfer. Pass is sailing, Herget. Now we'll work it to Oldaney. Rama takes the swing. Just hung up there a little bit. Mosier loads up. The Bruins meeting him up there atop the twine with hands pressed. 9 blocks for UCLA. And they're within 1 to get to 9, UCLA. Rowan, hard charge serve at Mosier. Oldaney blasting it off the defense of Rama, who had no time. Scant time to react accordingly. Bruins are out hitting the Cougars 308 to 257. They are out killing, the Bruins are, the Cougars 41 to 34. Oldaney, out of system swing. Rama baited into going for it by the baseline. And it flutters off of his hands and out of play. Rama, though, leads the team, the Bruins, in digs with 8. Nobody digging that one. Cam Thorne busts out his 7th kill as he benefits from a 1v1 matchup against Gavin Chambers up the middle. Micah Wong Diallo, the usual starter, one of the 2 middles that usually starts for the Bruins, coming in for the first time tonight, relieving Christopher Hirsch, who got the start as a senior on senior night. Hauser had it sent right back, and look who made an instant statement in his return to play. Micah Wong Diallo with David Decker rising to the occasion. One v one, and they isolated Kelly, and that's Oldaney who does convert. Thorne did get a decent first touch, but there was nobody within the vicinity to get that second contact. Scaling over the block was Micah Wong Diallo, taking flight as Rowan had to go airborne for the setup. Seven ties in this 4th set. No tie anymore. Sixteen ties, 6 lead changes in the first. Cole Hauser serves. His service pressure, 2 aces late in the first were the reason the Cougars won the first set. Decker off speed as he sneaks one through the block. And finds a little cavity in that block to work it through. Rowan is having one of the best blocking nights of his senior campaign. Reading that one well, had a solo block earlier in the match. He is omnipotent atop the twine, and UCLA has the lead in what is the third lead change of the fourth. BYU, they've lost their last two matches. Thursday and 4 here at Pauley, a 5-setter last week against USC. Decker unfurls, not to be denied. The senior from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, converts on an 8th kill, hitting over 400. Cottle is denied. They'll go to him again. And they elude the block this time after the setup was in a smart position for Herget. Had a season-high 63 helpers in that 5-set loss last week against USC. A big reason why he was named the MPSF Offensive Player of the Week. Found the court, maps out his second ace of the match, and the fourth for the Cougars. Nothing getting in the way of Cam Thorne. Obliterates that middle attack. 2 kills away he is from getting to double digits. Cottle goes off the hands of Sean Kelly, who was looking to pick it up in the backcourt. BYU 17, serving 16. Mosier to serve. Thorne lost it. And then Cottle tried to put it in deep, but missed it slightly long. That one was awfully close. Danny emerges on that right side. That's his 7th inning error. Most on the team. Out acing and out blocking the Cougars 4-1 in the second set. Third set was tight. Zach Ralma had 2 critical aces. He serves now. Hauser obliterates that ball as it takes on the block. Rowan to Thorne. A thing of beauty between 2 seniors. Dazzling on senior night. The hands of Micah Wong Diallo, but could not keep it in court. So the Cougars come up with the kill. 19's on the board. David Decker, did he hit that one long? It's long. That's the call initially. No touch. But Coach John Hawks wants another look at that one, as he has requested the challenge. Cougars 20-10. So the challenge does not go as planned. Not going to be overturned. Point will stay as is. Meaning the Cougars are the front runners, 20-19 in the fourth frame. Kelly gets the call offensively. Hauser off speed. Off a bump set from Kelly. Sean Kelly gets it done off a bump set. 20s on the board. David Decker registers the ace. He is second in the nation in aces on the year. It's the team's 9th. 5 more than the Cougars have. He wanted another one, but instead we'll have to settle for a service error. Those have been compiling here for the Bruins. They're at 23 service errors. Hauser puts a 16th service error on the board for the number 8 ranked team in the nation. This second part of a doubleheader, much different than the first. A lot of tight sets tonight. Thursday, a lot of lopsided sets between these two teams. Right back, and we don't have a call yet. That was Chambers taking the swing, and they are going to give him the point after some deliberation. And I believe it went off of Bruin and then hit the antenna. Checking in is Talon Jonathan Tafuga. Number 9 in white. Serving at Conley. That's Kelly who gets scooped. Free ball coming over from Oldaney. Oldaney again. That's Kelly getting a handle on it. Rama off a tight ball. The net was struck. And Cougar point after Rama went into the net. And John Hawks, displeased, will use a timeout at 23-22 BYU. Jonathan Tafuga serves. Micah Wong Diallo, absent the first 3 sets, comes in the 4th and hits it off the Cottle block for 23 all. Mosier gets the call, and he doesn't disappoint. Letting loose for a set point to force a 5th frame for BYU. A little touch, and it's picked up. That one is long from Mosier. He had the kill to bring up a set point, but he has an attacking error to get in the way of closing out and finishing the job off of that set point. A rocket from Rowan. Oldaney hesitates. A handset over to Rama, and Hauser on it. O'Daney falls away and brings up a match point. He leads. Set point. It's a match point off an O'Daney attack error. In the regular season finale for both of these teams. What a rocket again from Rowan. Kelly digs. Rama misses, and we play on. Not over yet. Missed the block, but also missed the court. Here's Mosher. Kelly bringing the goods from long range. Fed by Rowan as he takes flight from the back. And ushers in match point number 2. Ace serve, and the Bruins clinch the 1 seed in the MPSF tournament with their victory tonight.